Okay, so we know how to read chord charts, we know how to strum our guitar, we know how to hold it, we know some of the names of the parts, and now we're thinking about maybe doing some more advanced chords. So that's great. Here are a couple of variations of the chords we've already gone over. So first off, for our D chord, our three-fingered D chord, that's it. That's what we're going with. That's a pretty standard open position D chord. Aside from doing even more fancy sort of bar chords in different places on the guitar, which we're not even going to get into at this point, this three-fingered D chord is a good one to go with. So if you've got that down, then you're in really good shape. So next, we'll talk about E minor. If you were doing the variation of E minor where you're not strumming or you're not pressing down any frets, the next variation would be to add two fingers, which we showed in the previous video. So if you're at that point where you have a two-finger E minor, you're in good shape. Which fingers you use for that E minor is up to you. I would say either use your index finger and your middle finger, or your middle finger and your ring finger. Your index finger would be on the A string, 2nd fret, and your middle finger would be on the D string, 2nd fret. Or middle finger on the A string, 2nd fret, ring finger on the D string, 2nd fret. Either way should sound the same, and either way works. So there's our D and E minor. Those are pretty solid standard versions to play. Next, I want to cover your G chord and your C chord. So first off, for our G chord, this is what we've been doing. We've had a finger right here. Ideally, you have a ring finger right there. And we want to add two additional fingers. So this is what a D chord chart looks like with our three fingers. We're going to stretch these two way over here like that. Same sort of rules apply. We want to make sure that we're not rubbing up against the wrong strings. We want to squeeze hard enough. We want to keep our fingers arched. Our knuckles arched, really. We're using the tips of our fingers. So that's a three-finger G chord using our pointer, middle, and ring finger. Four-finger G chord. Get ready for this. We're going to place our pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string, our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then index finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and a middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string. So it would look like this. We have all four fingers engaged. We're squeezing the back of the guitar. That's what it should sound like. So some people, even though this chord uses four fingers, will find that the four-finger G chord is actually a little bit easier than the three-finger G chord. Either way, both of them work. Both of them are correct G chords. Even this bottom one-finger G chord will still work if those are other chords are giving you trouble. Stick with what you're comfortable with for now, but keep challenging yourself to try to learn harder chords. So those are the different G chord variations. Then lastly, we'll talk about C chord. We have our one-finger C chord. Then our open position C chord would look like this. We have pointer finger here, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and then ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. Again, our pointer finger is where it was for our one-finger C chord, 1st fret of the B string. Same thing, just strum through. There's your C chord. And again, keep your fingers arched, try not to collapse them so you get that buzzy sound. You want it nice and clear. Just strumming through, I'm doing my fast, quick strums with my pick. G chord, E minor, D chord. There you go. Those are different variations of those chords. Next, we're going to talk about a popular chord progression and what exactly a chord progression is. So, I'll see you in the next section.